Hi students, welcome back to Chakravarthy E Classroom. Before starting this session, I just would like to make a small announcement about our live classes. As all of you know students, we have started our live sessions, but we started with the recorded live sessions. Recorded live in the sense, first we are going to give you some questions one day in advance. In various ways, I'll tell you what are the ways. You need to solve the questions by yourself. And I am going to record a video on that one, and the recorded video will made live at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 in the evening every day, 6:30 to 7 o'clock. We started with quantitative aptitude. Generally the procedure is like this. I choose some chapters in the light of all the competitive exams in our country. We started with time and distance chapter. In the same way, I am going to discuss time and work, percentages, averages, permutation, combination, probability, where the students are getting confused. Even the questions will also be in the same way. Typical questions, confusion prone questions I am going to select. And I am going to explain those questions in a lucid way. And how the questions will reach you, I tell you. One of the ways is after every session. Suppose today's session is there. After this session, I am going to display 3 to 5 questions which must be solved by you tonight only. Then tomorrow I will record a video and make it live at 6:30. And slowly from next week what we will do, I will take the direct live class depending upon the number of students. The difference between recorded live and live is not much difference here, not significant difference. Only thing is that in the live classes, I will be interacting with the students directly there and then. In the recorded live also, when the video is being live, premiere live, I will be in the studio only. Personally, I am going to solve your doubts. I am going to answer your questions. Our counselors will answer, will be typing the other questions. Any doubt is there, I am going to solve there and then. Don't worry. And I request all of you to share this one with all your circles, all your friends, so that hundreds of students must be benefited. Okay, one way is this one. After this, the questions will be displayed. And the other way is, we have our Telegram channel, Facebook page is there, Instagram is there. In all the places we are going to publish the questions, tomorrow's questions. And from today onwards, what we have done, we are keeping the questions in the status also in the WhatsApp. You take our office number, I'll give you here. This is 9515986872. Okay, you please save this number in the WhatsApp. We are going to change the status every day so that immediately you can take the screenshot and start solving the questions. Alright, right. Now, first let us start with quantitative aptitude this week and next week. I'll just give the number one more time. This is 9515986872. Right, just take a screenshot of this one. Alright, now let's start this one. First quantitative aptitude, then later on from next week, as I told you, we will be starting with the reasoning as well. Okay, right. Now, what is this question? How to go about it? See, as it is, we start the sessions in our usual way, usual method. You need to do the question by yourself. First, read the question properly and do it by yourself. The reasonable timing for this question is not more than 30 seconds. Yes, students. Any student and every student can do this one in 30 seconds. I am going to start the timer for you. Just I'll start this one. I am just setting 30 seconds here. Right. Start this one. You have to do this one. Just make a note of that and do the question. Right. Now you tell me, how many of you have solved this one? You please comment in the chat box. How many of you have solved this one and what is the right option? Total 4 options are there. Fifth one is also there. None of this. Now, how many of you solved this one? Just give me the right option. Right. The right option or right answer for this one is 1020 kilometers. See, the students who have not finished the question, don't worry about that. And the students who have finished that one, you just make a note of your timing and how many seconds you have solved. Timing is only for those students who already know the concept and doing the practice. Only then you make the timing. The beginners, don't worry about the timing. If you are not able to do this question within 30 seconds also, don't worry. Now I will show you the method how to do in 30 seconds. Next time onwards, you just follow the same method. Okay, right. What is the question here? Two cars started at the same time from two places and proceeded towards each other. While reading the question only, you have to take the keywords properly. There are two things in this one. What are the two things? One is they started at the same time. Directly that should go into your mind. Yes, they started at the same time. Second thing is very, very important here. Proceeded towards each other. Just visualize that one in your mind. Two cars are there coming towards each other. They started at the same time. This is important. Okay, next, they have given the speeds. One is at 80 kilometers per hour and other one is at 90 kilometers per hour. Then after that, when they met, it was observed or it was found that one car travelled 60 kilometers more than the other. Then find the distance between the two places. A fantastic question, students. In many competitive exams, this type of questions are appearing directly like this or the logic based on this one. Now, how to solve this? If you use algebra for this question, students, you can take distance as x and proceed, but it takes more than 2 to 2.5 minutes. But how to solve this one? To solve this question within the stipulated time, first of all, you should have clear understanding of the relationship among time, speed and distance. That is one thing. Second thing, you should know the procedure of going with the ratio proportions. Next, unitary method. If you are thorough with these three things, you need not write anything on the paper. Yes, you need not write anything on the paper once you are thorough with these three chapters. Basics, you have to learn the basics of these three. I am going to apply these three here. Okay, right. Just to visualize this one, two cars started at the same time. I am taking one car here. I am taking that is car A and this is car B. Two cars started towards each other. Okay, and speeds they have given, let us take one of the speeds is 80 kilometers per hour, other one is 90 kilometers per hour. Alright, when they met on the way, somewhere they have met, let us take here. It was found that one of the cars, whatever it may be, right? Maybe this one or that one. To answer that question, B is moving at more speed compared to A. That means B travelled 60 kilometers more than the other car. If that is the case, what is the distance between these 2 points is the question. See students, recollect the relationship among speed, time and distance. Quickly tell me, we have used this technique in the previous classes also. Quickly tell me what is the relationship between speed and time when distance is constant. Clearly you can say speed is always inversely proportional to time. Yes or no, we used this technique in the previous sessions also. That means the more you go, the more speed is there, the less time will be taken. Alright, the less speed you go, more time will take. Isn't it? When distance is constant or the same. You know this one. Similarly, what is the relationship between speed and distance, students? Most of the students do not know this one. Right? Now, from this class onwards, this moment onwards, you should know this one also. Remember that. What is that? The relationship between speed and distance when time is constant, time is same, is directly proportional. What do you mean by directly proportional? The more speed you go by taking some time, the more speed you go, the more distance you are going to cover. The less speed you go, correspondingly you cover the less distance. Yes or no? I am going to use this technique to solve this question without writing anything on the paper. How to solve this one? See students, I know that speed and distance are directly proportional to each other. In other terms, I can say when time is constant, speed ratio can be equalized to distance ratio. Speed ratio can be equalized to distance ratio. Now here, what is the speed ratio? Clearly they have given that 80 and 90. The speed ratio of A and B, car 1 and car 2, 8:9. As simple as this one. 8:9. And they have given that after they met, one car travelled 60 kilometers more than the other. Now you see students, this speed ratio, excuse me, this speed ratio can be equalized to distance ratio. I can say the distance ratio also 8:9 in this case. Because time is constant. Both started at the same time and both stopped at the same time only. Yes or no? That means time is constant. Now distance ratio also 8:9. One car travelled for 8 kilometers, correspondingly other car travelled for 9 kilometers. When the total distance is 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. If the total distance is 17 or 17 kilometers, 8 kilometers are travelled by car 1, 9 are travelled by car 2. Any confusion here? If any confusion is there, you just comment on the comment box. Anyway, I am going to see that one now. Okay, clearly 8 and 9. Total is 17. Now I am going to use the ratios concept here. The difference between if one car travelled for 8 kilometers entirely, other travelled for 9 kilometers, the difference between these two is 1 kilometer. These are all imaginary numbers. When total is 17. Now I am using the unitary method. What is the unitary method? If the difference is 1 kilometer, total distance is 17. Why total distance? Both are travelling towards each other and they are meeting at one point. That means total distance is covered. When 1 is the difference, total is 17 kilometers. And in the problem they have given 60 is the difference. What is the total distance? How simple this one, students. How simple this? Then 60 into 17. So my answer is 60 into 17. 17 6 are 1020. My answer is 1020. 1020 is the right answer in option number C. Isn't it clear for you students? To explain this one, I took this much time, but have to go for this one. What should be the procedure? Quickly I'll tell you, quickly in a nutshell I'll tell you as a recap how to go for that. While reading the question only, you have to see that they started at the same time and they stopped at the same time. That should come to your mind. You need not even write this one on the paper. Simply you have to think in this way. One is 80 kilometers, other one is 90 kilometers, started at the same time and stopped at the same time. In this process, obviously one car travelled more distance than the other, that is 60 kilometers. What is the total distance, right? Simply that concept should come to your mind. Time is constant. That means speed ratio can be equalized to distance. The ratio is 8:9. Distance ratio also 8:9. That means if 17 kilometers is the total, one car travelled for 8, other for 9. The difference is 1. When the difference is 1, total is 17. Difference is 60 in the question they have given. Difference is 60. What is the total? 17 into 60. 102. After that 10. 1020 is my answer. If I am a student, I would definitely have done this question in this way. You have to do in this way. No need to go for any algebra. Now you got the idea, students. This is what I just would like to communicate to the students. Most of the students do not know this type of methods. And unfortunately, in many books also, they start this question with, they solve the question with the algebra by making this much lengthy solution. Why? That is required. We are having logic with us. We can think, we can go in depth. But to go for this one, you need the concept. And the right training you need, right guidance you need. Once you know this one, you can easily implement. I hope this is clear for all of you. Next time onwards, wherever you are preparing, from which state you are there, next time onwards, you have to use this method for this type of questions. Start the next question, students. This question also very good question, very important question in the light of many competitive exams. First I read it for you, you just read along with me. Alright, we will analyze the question, then I start the timer. How they have given 2 cars started at the same time, very important, same time. Okay, from 2 places 144 kilometers apart and proceeded towards each other and met after 8 hours. One more important thing. Next, if the speed of one car is 10 kilometers faster than the other, find the speeds of speed of each car is the question. Alright, the analysis is done. While reading the question only you have to do. Now, you take some time, students. The reasonable timing for this one is 30 to 45 seconds or maximum 1 minute. We can use the logic here also. Now I am starting the timer. Just take the time 30 to 40 seconds and do it by yourself. Right. Now, see students, even though it is a recorded live session, you just follow the timer. Okay, and if any doubt is there, you just post in the comments so that I will be solving that one. Anyway, I am sitting here only. Okay, right. Now let's start this one. 2 cars started at the same time. Point we have noted. Alright, I am taking this one. This is one place. Take this place as X and this place as Y. The distance between these two they have given 144 kilometers. That's it. Let us take 2 cars. One is car A, other one is car B, and they move towards each other at the same time. Then after that they met somewhere here, for example. And the time taken for both is 8 hours. 8 hours. They met here. Now the question is, what are the speeds? Individual speeds is the question. See students, even this question also can be done by writing very less on the paper. In the due course of time, if you practice the questions well, even without writing, with writing not more than 2 steps also, you can do this one. Okay, right. How is that one? One very important thing, students, here, like the previous question, started at the same time and stopped at the same time. Isn't it? Started at the same time, stopped at the same time. Time is constant. They have given the time as 8 hours. What do you mean by 8 hours? First car travelled for 8 hours and second car also travelled for 8 hours. Some students get confused here. First car travelled for 8 hours. Second car also travelled for 8 hours. After 8 hours, they meet together. Speeds are different. Now how to solve this one? Simple logic, students. Here, total distance covered by both the cars. Total 144 kilometers covered by both the cars in 8 hours. Isn't it? Now, distance is there, time is there. Try to find out the speed. Speed is equal to distance by time, 144 by 8 hours. So that is 18 times 144. Yes or no? So that is 18 kilometers per hour. What is this 18 kilometers per hour, students? So this is the combined speed of both the cars. This is called relative speed in opposite direction. Yes or no? Combined speed of both the cars is 18 kilometers because both together have covered this 144 kilometers. So let us take A speed is speed 1 plus speed 2 is equal to 18. As simple as this one. Speed 1 plus speed 2 is 18 kilometers per hour, and they have given that speed of one car is 10 kilometers per hour faster than the other. That means the difference of the speeds is 10. A small confusion is there. Is it S1 minus S2 is 10 because difference is that one, or S2 minus S1 is 10? Whatever it may be. I don't know which car is faster. Alright, so for that reason, either you can take S1 minus S2, S1 minus S2 is equal to 10, or S2 minus S1 also 10. We'll do that one also. First let us solve this one. Simply you can say, for your sake I am writing on the board. Simply S2 are cancelled. 2S1 is equal to 18 plus 8, 28. 2S1 is equal to 28. Then this is 14 times S1 is equal to 14. Obviously, S2 is equal to 18 minus 14, that is 4. So total speed is 18 kilometers per hour. The one car speed is 14 kilometers per hour. Other car speed is 4 kilometers per hour. Isn't it? Now, simply, any student having some doubt, why can't we take S2 minus, you can take that one also. S2 minus S1 is equal to, let me take 10. And now I am going to apply the same thing here. Just I am taking this one out. So here S2 minus S1 or minus S1 plus S2 is equal to 10. In this case, these two will be cancelled, and 2S2 is equal to 18 plus 10, that is 28. S2 is equal to 14. In this case, what happens? S2 is equal to 14 and S1 is equal to 4. Both are same. Both are same. You can take this or that. Then your option should be in this way. 14 and 4 is the right option. Or 4 and 14 may be the right answer. Whatever it may be. But here they have not given this one. They have not given this one. So simply my option is none of this. And my answer is 14 and 4 or 4 and 14 because they have not asked respectively. 14 and 4 or 4 and 14, both are okay. Not given. Option is none of this. Answer is this one. I hope you got the clarity. Now, I told you one thing, students. How to solve this question. How to solve this question, only this question, particular question, with the help of the options. Every time going by the options is not the right method. Okay, only in this case that is applicable. How is that? Simple one, you see. I found this one here. Up to this extent, this is okay. Total 144 kilometers divided by this one 8 hours. 18 kilometers per hour is the collective speed of both A and B, or both the cars. Now, when the collective speed is 18 kilometers per hour, in the options how it should be, if you add up these two speeds, you should get 18. But here it is 18 plus 8, of course more than 18, 20 already more than 18, and this is 15 plus 5, 20, more than 18, not your option, and 19 is already more than 18. All the given four options are wrong. So my answer here is 14 and 4 or 14 and 4 or 4 and 14. Anything is right. But here for this particular question, I went with the options, but don't go by the options. You have to go by the procedure. Let's have a quick recap of the question. How to do after sufficient amount of practice. Simple one. First total 144 kilometers, and the time is 8 hours. 144 divided by 8, that is 18. 18 is the collective speed or the relative speed. Speed 1 plus speed 2 is equal to 18. Then S1 minus S2 or S2 minus S1 is 8. Solve the equation. You will get one speed and you can go for the remaining one. This is how exactly you have to solve the question. Let's start the next one, the last question for this class. A good question, students. It's a good question. Again, it is based on the relative speed. See, first let me read the question for you. Rather reading, let us together have the analysis. After that, you take some time and do that. Okay. So what exactly they have given? The distance between two stations X and Y is 610 kilometers. Train A starts at 4 p.m. Very important one. Distance, of course, this is simple. Train A starts at 4 p.m. from X to Y with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Keep it in your mind. Next, train B starts from Y to X in the other direction, right? Y to X with a speed of 60 kilometers per hour at 3 p.m. Timing is different, you see. One train started at 4 p.m. but it started at 3 p.m. only. Then the question is, at what time both the trains meet each other? Not a very difficult question, but you have to do this one as quick as possible. Anyway, students, I am going to explain this question in two ways. Whichever way is convenient for you, you just adopt that one. Okay, now this is your turn. I am starting the timer here. Let's go for this. Just start the question. Okay, I have given almost 55 seconds for this one. This question can be done very easily, students. If you know the concept of relative speed in opposite directions, within seconds you can do that one. Okay, right. Have to go for this. Two stations are there, X and Y. I am writing here. This is X and this is Y. They have given the difference here. Let us do it this way, a little small one I'll take. So here the distance is, how much is that? 610 kilometers. Okay, and the narration they have given that A started at 4 p.m. I am taking this one as A, train A. This is B towards, this is X to Y, it is Y to X. 4 p.m. is the timing and the speed of A is 50 and B is 60, right? This is 50 kilometers per hour. B is, that is 3 p.m. only, 60 kilometers per hour. This is what exactly they have given. Now the question here is, at what time both the trains meet each other on the way is the question. Let us do this question. As I told you, I will explain this one in two ways, students. First we go for the basic method, after that a little advanced one. What's the basic method here? Simple one. A started at 4 p.m. students, but before that 1 hour earlier B started at 3 p.m. only. That means by the time A starts, B already travelled for 1 hour with the speed of 60 kilometers per hour. That means B already covered 60 kilometers. Yes, sir? Now, from total 610 kilometers, 60 kilometers has already been covered by B before A starting. A not yet started. Now, it is 4 o'clock. Now, it is 4 o'clock. B already covered 60. What is the remaining distance? 610 minus 60. That is 550. Now, 550 kilometers are left out. These 550 kilometers are being covered by A and B together. A and B together in this direction. Together. That is opposite to each other, coming towards each other. In this case, relative speed concept comes into picture. That means this 550 kilometers distance has been covered by A and B with the relative speed in the opposite direction. In this case, this is, I need to find out the time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Speed is relative speed, 60 plus 50. In the yesterday's class, I have clearly explained you what is relative speed. If you want any clarification, go back to yesterday's video and we are giving the links below. Okay, right. Now here you see 50 plus 60, 110 kilometers per hour. Now simplify this one. This is 5 hours. 5 means 5 hours. What do you mean by 5 hours, students? That is from 4 o'clock, because at 4 o'clock only the relative speed concept has come into picture. After 4 o'clock only, A and B together travel towards each other for 5 hours to meet each other on the way. Yes or no? For that reason, after 4 o'clock, 5 hours. After 4 o'clock, 5 hours. 4 plus 5, 9. My answer is 9 p.m. is the right answer. Okay. If you want to think from B side, A and B together traveled for 5 hours to cover this 550. Before that one, B 1 hour traveled. When you take B's case, or think from B side, from the 3 p.m. it is 6 hours. Because already 1 hour is covered here. 1 hour plus 5 hours. If you think from B side, that is 3 p.m. plus 6 hours. Or from A side, that is started at 4 p.m. 4 plus 5, 9 p.m. is the right option. Clear for all of you? Now, the same question can be done in the other way. Of course, both the methods are one and same. Whichever is convenient for you, you go in this way. The other way is with simple imagination. How we imagine in time and work. Suppose A and B have already left the work. In time and work, we do that one. If they work for those 2 days or 3 days, how much additional work could have been done in that way? In the same way, the same concept here. Same concept in the sense, same way. How is that? Let us do it this way. Instead of taking 4 p.m. for A, we will take this same time, 3 p.m. B started at 3 p.m. Let us think that A also started at 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. Now this is 3 p.m. A has not started. A started at 4 p.m. only. Just for our facility, what we are doing here, if A also start at 3 p.m., what would be the condition? Very simple one here. From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., A must have covered 50. Okay, actually this is not happened. We are imagining this one, right? If A also starts at 3 p.m. like B, A would have covered 50 kilometers more. That means the total distance will be, instead of 610, it is 610 plus 50. That is 660. Now both started at 3 p.m. only. The relative speed comes here only. To cover this 660 kilometers, A and B's relative speed in the opposite direction we have to take. So that is 60 plus 50, 110. Oh. Now clearly, so this is over, this is 6. What do you mean by 6? 6 hours. From when 6 hours? From 3 p.m. Because I have imagined that both started at 3 p.m. So my answer is 3 p.m. plus 6 hours. Of course, that is 9 p.m. is the answer. All of you got the idea, right? This is how exactly you need to go for that. So that is up to you. Whichever method you have to go, you just decide it upon, because for both the methods, timing will be same. By and large, more or less timing is same. Whatever is feasible for you, you adopt that method. This is the way, students. So today we have discussed 3 very important and typical questions from time and distance. Even tomorrow's session also, we are going to discuss some more questions from the same chapter. From the same chapter, let us go for that one. I'll display the questions, tomorrow's questions. You just take a screenshot of this one. Then after that, do the questions by yourself. And the other way to get the questions, you please join our Telegram channel. You can join our Telegram channel, or you can visit our Facebook page, or Instagram also you can go for, or you please save this number 9515986872. Save this one in the WhatsApp. I am going to keep the questions in the status. Now just take tomorrow's question, students. How many questions our people have given? This is 3 questions, right? So one is based on the trains, other one is carriage. This question is a very common question in many competitive exams. That question is there. For that reason, I have not even changed the numbers also. Next one is this one. Total 4 questions are there. One question is not displayed and even options also not there. You do one thing. First, you take a screenshot of this one. Alright, then try to do it by yourself. Anyway, in the WhatsApp status, I am going to give the options as well. And moreover, in the Facebook, Insta and other social media also, I am going to give the complete questions. Total 4 questions we are going to discuss tomorrow. But before that, you must do these questions. Thank you very much, students, and I'll meet you in the next session tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is at 6:30. Sharp 6:30 it is going to be live. Even today's session also, anyway, that is started at 6:30. Thank you very much, students.